Pete Carroll and the Raiders have hired Ohio State offensive coordinator and longtime NFL and college coach Chip Kelly as their offensive coordinator, and they made him the highest paid offensive coordinator in the NFL at $6 million a year. Matt, your initial thoughts on this hire? Pete going out and getting Chip Kelly, just an interesting move. I initially thought they were going to go Darrell Bevell, the old Seattle offensive coordinator, reunite with Russell, but now they bring in Chip Kelly, which brings up a whole new set of questions. But Matt, your initial thoughts on the hire? Go ahead.
They better find a quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, I want Shador to go here so bad. That division will be amazing. Go play for Pete Carroll on a rookie deal. Let him figure out the defense. Find a way for Miles Garrett and Shador to go to the Raiders, and Vegas is going to explode. So I like this move. Cool if this is where Pete wants to go with his offense. Chip was not a very good NFL head coach. He alienated a bunch of guys, and pros didn't like him from what I've heard. But as a coordinator is different. He can just go coach. That's why he left UCLA, because he didn't like the CEO rule. He didn't want to be I remember talking to him at a camp up at CSU years ago when he was head coach at UCLA, and he was bitching about it then. So time-consuming, and all I do is press conferences. I just want to get back to coaching. And it's not surprising when he went to Ohio State. He won a natty, high five. And now you get to go back to the NFL for $6 million a year and go OC in Vegas. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty fucking good bag to me. Let's go.
$6 million a year, highest paid offensive coordinator ever. Man, that's a huge news. And Matt, you mentioned the Raiders are going to need a quarterback for bringing in Chip Kelly. This is something I got to ask you. Do you think the Raiders may go after Marcus Mariota?
Yeah, it makes sense. Come in bridge or backup. Yes.
Yeah, obviously Mariota played for Chip at Oregon and stuff. And, I don't know if you watch much of the Commanders at all, but I think if Jay Nails ever went down, Marcus Mariota could step up and run Cliff Kingsbury's system when he was in Washington.
That's true. He was good for them this year.
Yeah, and I think this is a name to watch. You would think Chip Kelly coming in, they're going to look for a guy that's at least mobile a little bit, but still can make the on-time throws. I think Mariota, having been in the NFL for so long and having played for Chip for a decent amount of time at Oregon, this is something to watch, no?
Yeah, I just said it was. I think they should do it. I said it 3 times, dog. Jesus. Yes. Yes. Marcus Mariota is probably going to end up in Oakland as a bridge or backup.
And then you obviously want Shador there as well.
That would be ideal.
That would be. Whew. You think Shador would do well in a Chip Kelly offense?
Yeah, I do. I think Shador would blossom in Chip Kelly's offense. And he wouldn't even need to run. He could just be a runner if he needs to, but he doesn't need to build it around it.
Yeah,
his ability to RPO and get the ball out of his hands will only heighten because he'll have tons of options. He'll know where he's going with the rock. I don't think he's not going to be able to hold the ball like he did in college anyway. So I don't really think that would be much of a problem.
Yeah, absolutely. And are you a fan of the Pete Carroll hire in Vegas?
Yeah, I think it's a good hire. We'll see what happens, but I think it's one of the best hires this year in this cycle. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you 100%. It's very un-Raider.
Yeah.
It's not surprising that fucking Tom Brady goes there and they start making rational decisions. That's a rational decision. You feel me? So now find your quarterback, which that's the other thing. Tom and Shador have a good relationship. Tom is definitely going to have a huge influence on who they pick.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's a match made in heaven. That needs to happen, dog. That would be incredible. And then the Miles Garrett thing, dude. If Miles Garrett's available, every team in the NFL should be calling Cleveland and saying, "What do you want?"
Yeah, I agree.
Y'all give you number 20 and Jonathan Cooper, and they just signed Jonathan Cooper.
Yeah,
he put Benito and Miles Garrett and Zach Allen on the same D line.
Oh man. Yeah, you remember when Cleveland played Tennessee? Miles Garrett would go to side, and Tennessee would bring 2 tight ends over. He was destroying, and this is a good friend of mine, Andre Dillard, who played at my high school. Miles Garrett, I've never seen a team do that because he's that much of a force. Huh?
The tackle that went to Washington State?
Yeah. Yeah. He went to Washington State, went to Winneville High School where I went, but I've never seen that where they're motioning 2 tight ends over because Miles Garrett's going side to side. Miles Garrett's a force, so I agree with you. Every team should be calling Cleveland to get after him.
Everyone, dog. What do you want?
Yeah, amen to that.
And if you're like, oh, he's too old to give up our first rounder for, you're a fucking moron.
Yeah, amen.
He's 10 times better than any rookie you can bring in and any free agent.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
If he was a free agent, he would get $200 million to sign wherever he wanted. Like, if you're a contender, especially Buffalo, I'm not kidding. If you're seriously trying to get over the hump right now and you're not picking up the phone and making the call for Miles Garrett, you're not fucking seriously trying to get over the hump. Facts.
Yeah.
They're like the Redskins Commanders. I read an article today that they're going to keep the name, but they're going to tweak the uniform to look like the Redskins uniform, but they might go back to the other name. Like, holy shit. I think they should just do the helmet with the spear.
That would be kind of cool, but
and the Commanders don't use spears. So but like anybody that's serious, like even Philly and the Chiefs, dude, like I know that you're in Super Bowl week, but your front office is there to do this job. Pick up the phone. What do you want? Can you imagine Kansas City trades for Miles Garrett in the Super Bowl week? Moving into next year, we'll have Miles Garrett and Chris Jones together. So Kolofkas, Miles Garrett, Chris Jones, fucking fuck, dude.
Oh my God. I mean, that's a pretty legit line. Or he goes to Philly and he's with Jalen Carter and all those Jordan Davis, Nolan, all those Georgia.
Like Detroit gets fucking healthy and they put Hutch and Garrett together and Garrett gets to pass rush on that turf. Ooh, baby. Holy nuts, dude.